Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 452. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinsod.
Hey.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Reach for the sky.
Welcome, listeners. Oh, I have a story. Oh, I have a nightmare story to tell you all. Welcome, listeners and viewers, to 452.
To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and then the bathroom. Yeah. All right. What? Okay, so I'm throwing myself off. Anyways, Corey's only going to be on with audio today. He has some power issues. Being only up the street from me, I'm okay. Knock on wood. So he'll be on audio only here today. Those who are watching this on YouTube. So yeah, guys. First things first. Let's get into what we've been up to, and then go to the box office, which kind of coincides. I mean, the number one movie is Toy Story 4. It did less than expected, but still most of its franchise at 118 for the weekend. It's kind of a mixed bag, I guess. They were projecting weren't they projecting like 140 for this?
I thought weeks ago it was like 150. Yeah. I was like, oh, that'd be pretty good, but
yeah, 118 is all pulled in, but it's still better than any of the other movies.
Yeah.
Right. It's hard to judge because you're like, oh, it's the best one, the best opening of the franchise. At the same time, it's like, but
yeah,
we should have gotten more.
Yeah, but it could have been better. So yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people going to the movies last week because I mean, I went and saw John Wick 3, and when I went there, I went actually on Thursday, and I was like, wow, why are there so many people here? And I'm like, oh shit, that's right, Toy Story 4 this week. Who saw this one? I know Tony, you did, and I did. Anybody else?
Nope,
not yet.
Tony, what were your impressions of this movie? Like, no, spoiler free.
Spoiler free. I mean, it's good. It's a good time, and I think what I said in the Discord channel for those of you who don't see our Discord, just tweet at us or hit us up on Facebook or whatever, and we'll send you a link. But I said it was enjoyable. It's comfort food. I mean, macaroni and cheese or a pizza or meatloaf or something. Just it's classic. You know what you're getting. Huh?
You're getting together with old friends and
you
haven't seen in a while. It's like, hey, good to see you.
Yeah,
you've been up to.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into. It's not a surprise or anything for the most part.
I would say I was a little disappointed in the use of characters in this movie.
Yeah, there's some characters that just go to the wayside, figuratively and or literally.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things, and we talked about it with sequelitis. Like, I just listened to the Moviecast I missed the other week where you talk about Dark Phoenix and Jim had seen Lego Movie 2. Yeah, it's just as sequels go on, it gets harder and harder to instill that same sense of surprise or excitement because each time it's a little less special.
It is why I did watch this and I enjoyed it. From before I get into my story, but I enjoyed it. But like I felt like I still feel like this movie shouldn't exist. It's not that it was bad. It's not that it was like terrible. Yeah. It's just like I don't know. Like I've gotten this story from this universe, and I'm good. I'm good with whatever they gave me, and like I just feel like this didn't need to exist.
Yeah, I felt like 3 really wrapped up the story in a good place, where it's like, oh, okay, like that's great. It's about
passing the torch.
Passing the torch,
yeah, which is
passing the toy chest. Whatever.
Similar, which is.
And then this one, it's 9 years real world time later. It's been 9 years, almost a decade since Toy Story 3. And like this movie, again, just like Incredibles, it feels like it's like the next week or the next month or whatever it is.
Yeah. Whereas, I mean, they give you the 9-year thing, and it still just doesn't. It never clicked with me at first either. Like even as I was watching, I'm like, oh wait, this does take place later. Mm-hmm. But you don't realize it actually.
And in some sense, the way 3 ended with like, oh, you got a new kid and stuff like that. Everybody's great. Everybody's going to be just fine. Like they immediately kind of just disregard that, and it's just like, really? Like really? Okay. Yeah. I guess we got to deal with this now. That's the whole theme of this movie and stuff like that.
Right.
But I guess that's like
with sequels too, and like you said, that you had a good ending point there. And it's like with television shows, you kind of have an ending, but then it's so popular, you just got to keep going. So there's filling in story that doesn't necessarily.
It like contradicts their other story. Like it undoes their story. Like that's the problem.
Yeah, a little bit. And the thing is, whatever, it's gonna make Disney money.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I would have preferred actually just to have seen like a Toy Story like animated series on Disney Plus or something, where it's just like bite-sized 20-minute or so episodes where it's
that
just,
would have been neat.
Yeah, the character, because like that's what intrigues me. The characters like getting into hijinks and all this stuff, and the whole like, oh my god, this is the thing that's happening in this movie. I'm just like, okay,
yeah, that's what I felt like here.
That's the other thing too, is that you felt like it was a complete story, and you kind of like, well, they had a nice ending, but now your like vision of what that ending was and what their future would be is no longer what it is now, because now they have a canon version of what happens next. Even though you could just imagine what happens next, you can't now because they're telling you, and it's like, wait, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Yep, exactly. So like I said, it's still good. It's just me being pretty nitpicky about the story and the timing, 9 years later and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's still good. The graphics are amazing. I saw a comparison between Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 4.
I saw the same thing. Like, you don't even notice it though. You're like, really? It looked like that?
Like bad and stuff like that. But I mean, I would see it. I would recommend it. If you're a fan of the other movies, I mean, you're still going to like it.
Yeah, I would say it's a good summer movie to go see. It's enjoyable. It's got sad moments. It's got its laughs. It's it's great with that aspect of it.
Listen to your inner voice.
Yes, listen. See, there were some great laughs in this movie. So I missed. Now, for those, if you want to hear this story, I will tell you that I missed the last 5 minutes of the movie. Yes, so I brought my girlfriend's daughter, a 6-year-old, to this movie, and I was like, this is gonna be great. My girlfriend wasn't feeling well today, so I was like, let's just go. So I took her, and it was just me taking her to the movies. Not my girlfriend, she stayed home. And so I was like, okay, so we're sitting there watching the movie, enjoying the movie quite a bit, and I'm like watching her squirm, and I'm like, do you have to go to the bathroom? And she said no. I'm like, okay, great. So I pulled the soda away from her, all over that. I'm like, she's not gonna have to go during this movie. Before we went in. I'm like, great. About 5 minutes left in that movie, you get that smell, and I'm just like, did you just fart? And I'm just realized that no, she's got explosive diarrhea.
Oh,
yeah. So I had to carry her out of there into the family room. I missed the last 5 minutes of this movie. It just, it was bad. It was one of those like, wow, this is like. Not expected.
She didn't know she had to go. Or just...
she probably didn't want to get
no,
the movie.
It wasn't that. She's got. We realize now she's got a stomach bug, and yeah, it makes me worried because I nobody else is to clean that, so I'm cleaning it up. But it didn't get on the seat or anything. It wasn't like disgusting in the theater. I smelled it myself and I got her out. But we missed a lot. I think she was more upset missing that last 5 minutes. But. She even said like she had to go, and I'm like, okay, so I carried her out, and then I'm like, next thing I know, she's telling me, she's like, we need to go in the other bathroom because I think I have diarrhea. And I'm like, whoa, kids telling me this? I'm like, this is not good. And so I'm like, oh god, it was just a mess. It was not fun. So this movie will stay with me forever now because I'll remember that experience. So yeah,
every time you see Woody and Buzz, you're gonna have that wafting.
It's
like smell come to mind. And
yeah, there's certain movies in this like Snow White and the Huntsman. Remember that, Corey? I still remember that. That was the no-hitter from Johan. Yeah, Nohan. We missed that because we're watching that fucking movie, and it's like I always will associate to that. And I'm like, so this one, I'm like, now I want to go back and see the last 5 minutes. I know what happens in the last 5 minutes. Not the last 5 minutes. It was probably the last 2 minutes. So I mean, it was just like goodbyes were being said. And I'm like, we're going. I'm like, I think I got the gist of the ending here. I get what's going on. And we ran out. And but yeah, I did not expect that. So that's terrible story, but it's an experience. So
yeah, I mean, kids.
Kids.
Predictable.
She enjoyed the movie quite a bit. Definitely wants to hear more of the music, even though is Randy Newman doing this again?
I would imagine.
So, but yeah, so she enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the movie until the last 5 minutes. So bad story, but a story I thought was at least like I had to explain why I don't know the last 5 minutes of this movie. So because I don't, I just took a guess in my head of how this went down. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if I'm right. But I think I got the gist of it. I think I know what's going on.
I mean, if it's 2 minutes, yeah,
it's 2 minutes. Goodbyes were being said. I understand what's happening here. I saw the themes going. It's a kids movie. Like it's not like it's gonna be a massive twist. You know what I mean? Like you see the themes and you're good. So, but I enjoyed the movie quite a bit. And yeah, I would recommend going to see it, especially if you like the other ones. I'm not a big fan of the last two, really, but this one I actually enjoyed more. I think because it was just like Tony said, though, it was, I don't know, it was like a comfort food. It was kind of like, I'm not expecting anything grand in this story, and it wasn't, because I think 3 prepped me for that for me. 3 for me felt like 2 in the same lessons of needing to move on and be, moving the toy chest basically on. And it's like, I've been prepped for this for like a few movies here, and I feel like that was the same tropes going on in this movie, but it's still a good movie. So, but yeah, so.
That's my issue sort of with this. Like, I was big into Toy Story. That hit me like right around 8 or 9 years old, the first one. And like, that was the big deal for me for a while. And I liked the first one. And then like the second and third one and I just feel like for the last 20 years, the same story is just like, been like, all right, you had your one movie and now it's all about how everyone is old. Like for the next 20 years, it's telling you everyone's older now. And I'm just like, I'm getting a little tired of this.
Yeah, they did that with Cars 3. Cars 3 was, I thought, a horrible movie because that was the lessons of that movie. If you're old, you can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
That's the lesson of that movie. I don't mind spoiling that for those now because it's so old.
So I look back at the other movies and like Toy Story 1 is the only one I like to see again. Like the other ones are just like, oh, this again. Yeah, we get it. and I'm just, that's why I have a little hesitation. Like, oh, is this going to be even more of that now again?
Yeah. I mean, it's still fun. The jokes are good. I really enjoyed the 2 new toys in this. A lot of them.
Really, I didn't like them actually.
I did. I thought they were good. I did get. I could. There's vibes though. I want afterwards. I'll talk to you afterwards. I got vibes of other characters from another movie that's by, I guess WB or Paramount actually. There was a vibe from 2 other characters from a movie that Tony likes a lot. Not that movie, but from that series. So, but yes. So, yeah, I also saw John Wick 3 finally.
Nice.
And I was so that I was going to miss it leaving the theaters. But okay, I'm not as high as you guys on this, I don't think. I thought it was very good. Like action, I thought it was excellent. I mean, amazing action. Oh, freaking amazing. I love that whole
That's all you need.
John Wick's story though wasn't great. Like I'm just like,
really? I liked it better than the second one.
He did.
Well, it's definitely better than the second one.
It's like watching. It's like watching an episode of like, I don't know, Family Guy. You're right back in the beginning with no consequences.
I disagree with that.
It's the same story.
I disagree with the consequences. Actually,
I don't think anything got resolved, and I feel like his whole journey in this movie was pointless because he could have not done the journey.
Well, this whole movie, I mean, this whole movie was a direct consequence. Like everything that happens in this movie is a direct consequence of his decisions in the second movie.
But then he didn't.
Bro, he lost a limb. He lost a limb.
It's fine. Yeah, but that's not a major limb. It's just like it's a flesh wound.
You wouldn't say that's a consequence.
But what was the point of that?
It was both. It was symbolic.
No,
because that was
he went right back to the same character he was before.
No. I'm saying it was symbolic for him because that was his wedding finger.
All of the characters in this movie reset back to the way they were before the movie started.
No,
I will say the status quo was maintained.
There is one character that did not reset, and that would I'll leave him out of this one. But there was one character that clearly did not. He's pissed.
Yeah. Well, that and you have Halle Berry. I mean, I wouldn't say her.
But what happened to her? We don't even know what happened to her.
All right, that's the thing. I don't know, Jim. We'll see in the next movie. I'm sure. I guarantee it. We'll find out one way or another.
I just feel like there could have been. I don't know. I really like. I loved. Listen. I really loved the action sequence in this movie. I loved all of that. Mark Dacascos, one of my favorite martial artist actors.
Strong.
One of the one of the best guys I watched. I love Double Dragon, man. Double Dragon.
We'll get back to Double Dragon.
Melissa Milano. Is that?
Yeah. So, but yeah, when I saw he was the villain, I was like, oh no shit! I actually did not know that going into this movie. I did not know he was in this movie. So I was so happy. I almost like there's like 4 people in the theater with me. And I'm like, I almost jumped up when I saw that. I was like, oh shit.
I mean, I would say I would agree with you if you were to say the status quo was maintained at the end of the movie because that's what happened, and I can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
But the setup for this movie in the fourth movie is going to be John Wick going after the council. I mean, that's my assumption of what the fourth movie is.
I think this movie did a better job of pushing like the story forward. I thought actually, like, we set up world building in the second one, but nothing other than like the big ending with him being communicado or whatever. Communicado, and then that was like, oh shoot, like this. I didn't feel like that really pushed it. I think that was just opening up this whole new world for us, and this one pushed the story forward. We're like, okay, now we're gonna find out more about these characters that are behind the scenes that we learned about in the second one, and we're gonna now in the fourth one. It still felt, it still feels like a setup movie, but I just think that the moment to moment in this film was just so amazing to watch, like. And for an action film, like I don't need a super in-depth story.
But you're right. You don't need that in an action movie. But I felt like the first two movies had that, and that's what the differences for this were for me. Like I was expecting that level, and I don't think you got the same level as the first two, in my opinion. I just don't think you have the same story.
I'm surprised.
Because that's what I loved about this. That's what I was so surprised about with John Wick. The first one, I was like, shit, there's a really good story here. I was just looking for action at that point. I'm like, okay, I'm going here to watch people, guns, play, shooting, explosions, and then I'm like, I got a good story here. And I'm, it's the same idea with.
I think they left like a lot of they hinted a lot of things here, and we learned a little bit more about stuff. So I mean, I was satisfied.
Anyways, I'm looking forward to a fourth one. It's not like I hated this movie at all. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I'm gonna watch it again. But I just feel like I didn't like decisions that were made by John Wick, then later decisions that again were made by John Wick. I just felt like I was like, really? I'm like,
I don't think you're supposed to agree with him. That's the whole. Like, I entirely disagreed with him. Every decision he made in the second movie, I was like, bro, what are you doing right now? Like, honestly, what are you doing right now? Everything is gonna go to shit because you can't say no to this dude and just kill him. Like,
yeah, I guess that's right. So. I don't know. That's really the main. Oh, Good Omens. I have one episode left in that. I do enjoy that show quite a bit. So enjoying that and
the Netflix. Petition Netflix to cancel that.
All these angry Christians.
We'll never make that again.
I wish the official Netflix Twitter was just like, as of this moment, Good Omens will never appear on Netflix.
Well, they did.
That's what they should do.
Though.
Oh, they did.
They did tweet. Yeah, they said, okay, we promise never to make another episode.
I did hear about that actually. Yes,
tweet about it, and then Amazon tweeted like, well, they said something about like it's canceled. You'll never see on Netflix again or something. And Amazon tweeted back saying, well, if you do that, we're canceling Stranger Things.
Yeah,
that's fun. That's great. So yeah. Anyways, that's all I've watched really. Mike, what about you? I haven't heard from you.
I don't know if I've watched anything else. I maybe watched one more episode of Legion season 2, getting closer to the end of that. Next season's coming soon.
Yeah, it is. I saw it teased. So
I'm looking forward to that. I know that's the last season, so it should be good. It's hard for me to like keep up with it though, with how sort of segmented I am because it's really confusing. But
yeah,
it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Corey,
I caught up on Attack on Titan.
Oh, nice, cool.
And I think I got to the point in the manga where they go down into the basement.
Yep.
And I think that was the last episode I watched, actually, which I think they did a great job. And I don't know if you guys know, but like the Hero episode, which was like a couple episodes before I forget which number it was, but it's called Hero. That episode is the highest ranked episode on IMDb in anime. It's ranked 10 with over 19,000 votes. It's perfect score.
Is this the one with Levy?
Oh yeah, I mean he does beast mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
hype moment.
are doing his thing, but with the Colossus Titan.
Yep.
Yeah, but I was like, it's crazy. Like it's still a perfect 10 with like almost 20,000 votes.
Yeah, almost 20,000. That's amazing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, they caught up with that. It's a pretty fantastic show. They do a great job, and they turned on its head. I'm not sure. Like I said, I read up to the manga where they go into the basement, so I know the kind of twist that goes there. But like, it's interesting how they had this whole like certain feel to it, but now it's like so much different. It's kind of like John Wick, actually. Like I feel it's like it's like a small indie movie thing, and then now they're like, wait, they're gonna open your eyes to this whole world that you haven't seen before, and
dude, it gets even crazier.
Like, oh,
it gets even crazier. I was like,
just knowing, the certain things, because like the whole question is like, oh shit, there's humans as Titans. Like, how is this happening? And it's like, oh well, now we know, and it's interesting. So I'm excited to see how the anime continues. So I'm gonna keep following that instead of looking for the manga, because I think they do a really good job with the anime.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good. And that last episode, they actually put a lot of information into that last episode. Whatever. I think there's a new one out now, but it's the one where they go in the basement. There's a lot going on there.
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
Cool. All right, Tony. Anything else?
Just that, and I say like I watched something else. No, I just been watching Games Done Quick.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about the Gamecast. Okay, so let's get into the box office then. Finishing up the box office. Like I said, number 1 was Toy Story 4. It's on Hangouts. I don't want to do that. Number 2 was Child's Play. Much distant second at 14.2 million.
Wow.
Yeah, much distant. Aladdin was number 3, 12.3. Men in Black, number 4 at 10.8. And Secret Life of Pets 2 at 10.3. A lot of kids movies up there.
And Child's
Play. So yeah, summer.
Were they expecting a bit more for Child's Play than that?
I think they probably
R-rated movie. I don't know.
I know, but there's been lots of horror resurgence lately.
Touting the whole, producers of It thing too.
Yeah,
this was no It.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's definitely. This wasn't It.
Well, I always felt like Chucky and all that. Like that was like, in my opinion, like a C-string horror franchise. Like it was just dumb. Like,
I think
it
definitely turned into this like really goofy, not even horror film anymore.
Like Bride of Chucky. Like, come the fuck on.
Well, from what I get from this, I know nothing. For those that want to watch this movie before I make this statement, I know nothing about this franchise whatsoever, and I know nothing about this movie. I just get blurbs of things, and from what I've heard, is that this is not the real Chucky or something, and that he would. I don't know. That's what I got.
I thought it was like a reboot, like a fresh reboot or something.
Yeah, like this is a new doll or something like that. That's what I meant. Like that's what I got from the reading. So again, I don't know anything about this, so I'm not. I promise you, this is not a spoiler because I have no idea.
I'm just trying to gauge what that number means.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's your box office opening this week. Another horror movie, Annabelle Comes Home. And that's
about a doll.
Yeah, about a doll. And that's really it. There's nothing this week, really. Wow.
Endgame is getting re-released.
Oh, that's right. Endgame. That was let's go with that in the lead. Oh. So going after Avatar.
Some great memes out there.
Really? Memes now, how much extra footage are they releasing with this?
8 minutes.
8 minutes, and they're going after that Avatar. Clearly.
But the thing is, like, it's weird because apparently one of the Russo brothers is doing like an intro to the movie. There's going to be a tribute to Stan Lee and something in the post-credits setting up for Spider-Man.
Yes.
So, like, I mean, I don't know how much footage there's actually going to be, but
almost nothing.
Yeah. I think that, this is clearly a run at Avatar. They need 37 million or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
the biggest meme I saw was, like, the on your left thing with Captain America being the Endgame and Anthony Mackie being Avatar.
Yeah.
Like on your left. And then the other good one was the Thor scene with Rocket, where Rocket
he's never fought me twice.
He's never fought me twice. Like yes, like he's never fought me before. Like yes, he has. Never beat me or whatever. Like, he never beat me twice.
Yeah. I think that. Listen, it's a testament to Avatar because of how much money that made back years ago already. I mean, it's just amazing. With inflation, it wouldn't be close. It wouldn't even if these movies were
inflation.
I'm just saying that it's a price of a price of a ticket.
I don't understand why your big issue.
Nobody ever goes.
It's not 1942, man. This is 10 years ago.
Ever talks about it.
Well, they should. It's
because it's $10 a ticket, and now it's $20 a ticket.
I don't care. I don't care.
It's fine that you don't care, but
an analyst
I don't
that cares
understand.
about inflation. Find one. Go ahead. I'll wait.
I know it's a number to say you're number
anyone.
one, but the fact that Avatar is still holding on that
all those places
record,
that
it's
make
crazy.
those lists adjusted for inflation or mention it care. Lots of analysts.
Nobody cares about it. Nobody.
I think we've had
You
this
don't care
conversation
about
before.
it.
I swear we
had
have.
this conversation.
Yeah.
We've talked about this.
But,
Nobody cares.
All right. I do, but
It's
I don't think it means as much. Honestly, I don't think it means as much as if Endgames beats Avatar to number one. I just don't. It doesn't because the dollars are different.
Case, Jim, if you want to do the inflation thing, this isn't Gone with the Wind, like number movie all the time.
Yes,
yes,
but
so
I'm just saying that they're clearly gunning after Avatar's number one record holding spot, and it's just like, well, if they were making $20 a ticket, they would have a lot more money.
Again, this isn't a movie from 1942, so it matters, I think, a little bit more.
It shows like the amount of people that went and saw it, how many times this movie was seen. That's really bad. Avatar was seen more than Endgame. I can make that statement.
Yeah.
And Gone with the Wind was seen more than any of them. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's just in the theaters, not at home. Obviously, that's been seen at home a million times too. But in the theaters, those movies were seen more. That's what it shows me. That's all that stat shows me.
What is it?
It means I'm just saying. It just yes. It doesn't. It should not. It doesn't. I don't get why they're re-releasing this movie. That's all. I don't get it.
Yeah, it seems silly to like just chase this record.
Yes. All right. Let's get into a little bit of news. We have a topic tonight for you guys. We're going to be discussing. Well, we're going to be. It's not really. It's a discussion on Stranger Things season 3 coming up. 3. Yes, 3. Coming up. So a little bit of news here. We got Fast and Furious 9 starting filming. Vin Diesel. Was he tweet out this or he posted a picture or something for this with him on the set getting ready to run with Michelle Rodriguez was on there too. So yeah, and now that the Hobbs and Shaw is coming out, that was the holdup. So yeah, I mean Fast 9 it's gonna do gangbusters in the theater. So
is it?
Yeah.
I thought the last one was
it's
down.
gonna be fine.
It'll do really well still.
It'll be
Especially
fine.
I think the hiatus is gonna help this more.
You think?
That's why. Yeah, I think so.
Does it count as a hiatus with that spin-off movie?
Yes, yeah, it's a side story. It's like a solo.
Wait, how
Solo
long
has
has
no.
the last one?
I don't. Corey, you're the resident Fast and Furious guy.
What was the like this? You guys were talking over each other.
When was the last Fast movie?
That was. Oh, I don't know the year.
Feels like 3 or 4 years ago.
Really? Well,
The Fate of the Furious was 2017. So it'll be it'll be 3
It
years.
will be 3 years.
Yeah. So all right, what else we got here? We've got if you're going to see Spider-Man: Far From Home, which by the way is opening on the 2nd of July, and I'm going. Make sure you stay for the post credits. There are post credits in this movie. I put it on here. I have no idea what they are, but it's supposed to be very vital to the MCU. So
aren't they all?
yes. Well, not really. I mean, there's a lot of
They're
joke
all
ones.
supposed to be.
The shawarma was not vital to the MCU.
It's the most iconic scene in it.
Yeah. So make sure you stay through the entire credits. What I'm reading from this post. So, don't know what they are, but I like to give people a heads up if I can on post-credit scenes. That way, you're not in the theater going, "Is there a post-credit scene?"
Yep.
Speaking of Spider-Man, real quick, I saw this tweet today about this girl that went to one of the premiere, I don't know, like or press junkets or something like that to get like his autograph or something like that, and all these other like grown-ass men were like pretty much like pushing this girl down and like whatever.
Oh, I did see that. Tom
Holland
Yes,
started
Tom
yelling at them.
fucking
like,
Holland.
yo,
Yes.
like stop, like whatever. And like I swear to God, if you guys don't, like I'm gonna like throw your shit on the ground and not sign any of it. And they didn't listen to him, so he's like, "Yep." Like he just like slapped it out of their hands, helped her up, and just like didn't sign their shit.
Yeah,
like,
he
good
was
on you, Tom Holland. Good on you.
Where was it?
Is that one of the press things?
Yeah. He was, the girl, I saw the whole post from her on Twitter about the whole thing. Like, there's film of it. She's getting crushed, and he's like, everybody back the fuck off.
Yeah.
And he's just like, picked her up, and it was just like, he was that hero Tom Holland. So, that was pretty interesting. And lastly, Keanu Reeves is constantly in talks with the Marvel for starring at some role in the MCU.
Adam Warlock.
I feel bad for Keanu Reeves right now because it's inevitable that it turns on him at some point, and I don't think he deserves that, but I know it's going to come.
I don't know.
I don't know. Liam Neeson had that turn. He was the high, and now it's like, did it really like? Does he have a bad life? No,
but I mean, there was a turn.
Sure, we got Taken 3, and then we're like, why the fuck are we still getting taken?
But Keanu, I mean, it would be really. I'm not saying it's impossible, but he would have to fuck up really bad.
Like, here's the difference between Keanu's been around for so long.
I know, but right now there's like Keanu overload right now. Like
it's like Bruce Willis. I think he's got Bruce Willis status now. I think he's got like that. He's got that role. Like if he's in a movie, it's fun to see him in a movie. You want to see Bruce Willis in movies. You want to see Keanu in movies. That I think is where we're at now, Mike.
It's not even that. He's a meme now.
Sure, but Bruce, yeah, it's the same idea.
He's a beloved.
If memes existed when Bruce Willis was as big as he was, he would have been a meme as well, Mike. It's the same.
It's like Lego Movie too.
That's true. Yes, but like it's the same career path. It's the same idea, Mike. Same exact idea. And Bruce Willis, I think nowadays is still relevant, and you still get that with Keanu. Even when this turns like to the point where he's not like in everything and talking about everything. He's a good dude from everything I heard. He's a really good dude.
Like,
I know that,
but in everything, he's not like all like oversaturated.
No, he's not. But he's popping up like crazy.
He is. He's. They're like, oh, we need him in the MCU. He's rumored. He's linked to everything. His E3 appearance is everywhere now. It's a thing now.
Like the E3 thing and Cyberpunk. I mean
that launched
propelled him for much more, like even though it's like he was pretty popular with John Wick and everybody's loving that. And
yeah, I mean, it's not like he was unknown. I know that, but like now,
other than
it's the meme status. It's the meme status that worries me. That's all.
I don't know what. Like I don't know.
Why are you worried though?
Because it's normally done to people when it's a little tongue in cheek. It's a little bit making fun of them normally when this happens, like Chuck Norris or someone along those lines.
What is your like? Do you have an issue because
you're
don't want to see him in an MCU movie? Like
I think he's afraid it becomes a joke.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't want it to be like remember that summer where like Keanu Reeves was everywhere and everyone wanted it and all the.
But Keanu's already been through that, like with his Ted character. I mean, he's been done at the Point Break. I mean, he's gone through this already.
In a way, but like, nah, it's just different right now. I haven't seen like a single person like get a fully like wholesome positive meme like treatment like this before, and I just don't think it's sustainable, and it worries me that it's gonna go dark.
I don't know. So all right, what else do we have here? That's it for the news. Actually, we can get into our topic, which is now Stranger Things is coming to Netflix next week. No, is it next week already?
4th of July.
Holy crap, it's next week already. Yeah, the 4th of July this thing launches. Season 3. I have to resubscribe to Netflix. Oh my god. They get me. But there's going to be stuff on there I want to watch. The Dark Crystal's coming out as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like, there's stuff I got to watch anyways. But yeah, so what we wanted to discuss is what we think is happening this season. Because now the kids are going to be older. What's the time jump in this one?
Whatever gets them to about their real age, which is like
5 years? 5-year time jump, I think?
I don't know about that. I think it was 3 years.
3 years?
Still in high school?
They are in high school, yes.
High school for sure, but they're fully teenagers now, all of them. I think that's really all you need to know.
I'm trying to look it up as we discuss.
But I do think the jump is to just get them to the age closer to what the actors' ages actually are, and they're all about 15 now.
Yeah, this is going to start in 1984. So, yeah. Anyway, so we want to discuss, what we expect to happen this season. Now, I think the biggest thing to talk about is do we expect major character deaths? Because we really haven't had that.
Well, here's the thing, and it's tied to their age, and I've been thinking about this. Are they old? Are they old enough now to be killed off? Because
one of the kids is definitely going to die.
I think so too. I think.
You think so?
It's either Will or Mike.
I think it's going to be Dustin.
Really? I don't know. I think it's Will or Mike. One of the two major players, I think.
I'm not sure. I still think Hopper or.
Well, he's gonna. I think he gets killed as well.
I think Hopper or one of the older kids, Nancy or whatever his name is, or the creepy dude. I forgot everyone's name.
Bobby?
Who's there's the brother.
Babysitter?
No, not. Well, he's in trouble. Mike. No. I don't remember his name.
Wow.
Steve.
Thank you. Yes.
So we got Steve, and
Will's brother.
Will's brother, weirdo dude. I think they're both in trouble, and
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan. That's right. So Jonathan and Steve have been old enough the whole time, and I think they could be in trouble. Especially Steve. Steve is just. It seems like it's his arc. I felt like that before, and I felt like that was the same with Hopper too. I don't know if they go through kill one of the core kids yet. I'm not sure they will. They fake killed 11 once.
What about
already.
Billy? You think Billy might go?
Billy is almost like, if you saw the latest trailer, I feel like he's gonna get like possessed. So
that's possible. Like I said, I think Will, in my mind, if one of the core is going to go, I think it's Will.
If they kill off Will, it'd be so
that would be
because
lame.
it would have been 2 seasons of him going through shit, and then.
Yeah.
But I also think
wouldn't like that.
No, but I also think Hopper is going to go, and he was teased all of last season of getting killed.
I thought it was that last season that he was.
Yeah, that was last season. He was like sucked into the ground. I thought he was dead at that point.
Yeah,
we all thought he was
I
dead.
kind of did too.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like the whole focus of the first season about him being like lost and then like being messed up like Will. Like I think Will should be untouchable.
Officially, guys, make a prediction. Who do you think is going to die? I'm going to say Hopper and Will.
So you're going 2.
Yeah, I'm going 2 deaths. If a major character is going to go, you don't have to pick a sub character. Just any major character. You can say none.
I'm just going to go with Steve.
Okay, Steve from Mike. Okay.
Dustin and Jonathan.
Jonathan from Tony. Okay, Corey.
Lucas. I'll just pick him since you haven't yet.
All right. So we got 2 from Tony, Dustin, and Jonathan. 2. You think they're both going to go, or just one of the 2?
At least one of them.
At least one. Okay. I think both of mine are going. That's all.
See?
Yeah. I just want to get that out there. We can talk about deaths all night.
Yeah. Now I'm still not convinced they're going to kill any of the core kids.
They may not. They may not. But my next thing I wanted to discuss with you guys is: do we think they get back like a little bit back to the original season's style? Like I felt like they changed a little bit in the
hope
second
so, because
yeah.
it really pissed me off that there were so many just joining like
yes
2 and 3 characters, 2 characters, and I'm just like, well, like you guys already went through this shit. Why are you guys being so secretive? And like that's the thing. Dustin pissed me off last season when he's like, oh wow, there's this monster looking thing. I discovered a new species. Like, really, motherfucker, you think that's what this shit is? Like, and then especially when I ate his mom's cat, it's like, bitch, what? Like, are you dumb? Are you seriously this dumb?
Yeah.
And like just kind of betrayed the whole group, and I felt like he got off way too easy for that whole thing.
Yeah, I felt like that as well, and I mean maybe that's part of your prediction of death. I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like they really want to. I want to bring it back to less of those side stories they were giving us, and more.
I mean, I think the core 4. I mean, well, 5. I guess
6.
Well,
because 11 and
now.
Yeah, and Max.
I mean,
as far as like untouchables, I'd say like those 4. I really think, even though I said Lucas earlier, I really think those guys are untouchable, and they need to. I think those 4 need to like come back and be like a team that they were, and like obviously Max and
11
and whoever else we bring in.
Yeah, when we have 13. What's her name? She's 13.
11.
No.
13.
I don't know.
The other.
Who's the girl? Who's
10,
the girl?
11.
10. No, that's
9 or something.
9. The other girl.
Yeah. Screw her. We don't need to see anything
The
from
sister?
her.
Yeah. Are we having more of that in this? I don't know.
Probably. It seems inevitable. It seems inevitable, but we're.
I don't know. I felt like they were trying to like see if they could get interest for like a spin-off Stranger Things, like Stranger Things LA or some dumb shit.
I don't know. I feel like they really need to, I think, bring us back more into the Upside Down, because I felt like we were obviously not in there as much.
I hope that they explore that huge ass monster.
Well, yeah, I mean, with Shadow King. That's I don't know if that was his original like actual name, but that's what I'm calling him. Like, was he the Shadow King? I don't remember.
Flayer.
The Mind Flayer, yes, that's what they call him. Yeah, I think they need to explore more of the actual instead of the tunnels. I just hope we don't get more of the real world in the tunnels and stuff like that. I felt like we could go to the Upside Down more, which was, I guess, merging
a little more supernatural.
Yeah,
I would sort of like. I think now's the time to get like something a little more answered about the Upside Down. Like, I'm ready for like more of a concrete like determination of what or why it is.
See, I don't think we're ever going to get that answer. I just don't see them explaining that properly, and they just like it almost reminds me of like Lost, and they just avoided that entirely.
Well, that's not a good thing.
No, it's not. But I don't know if they can do this.
I think at this point, and the fact that they talk to the cast members, are like, maybe 1 or 2 more years of this. Like, we're not thinking like super long-term series here. I wouldn't mind something sort of like changing the parameters a little bit and like letting us like get an answer, at least a partial answer this season.
Yeah, no, I mean, it would be good, but I don't know. I don't know if we're getting anything this season for that. So, Corey, what would you want to see?
I would like to learn more about this mind flare thing, like I mentioned, and
we're definitely getting
what's going on here, and
we're definitely getting a new big bad, and the mind flare is more the background guy in this one, right?
I don't know about that.
I thought we were getting a new big bad, but anyways, go on.
I don't want them to tease it in the last season and then just have them be in the background this season. But it depends on how many seasons we're getting, I suppose. It's just I would like to learn more about the Upside Down, though.
Yeah, I would too. Definitely want to learn that one. Tony, how about you?
I would like to see another twist on a horror trope. Like, we had like the whole in the first season, the monster of the week kind of thing, or like the big, one big monster, and then in the second season it was more of like a Will was possessed. I don't know. I think it might be interesting if we got something more like a The Thing kind of, like where it's like maybe there's one type that can like mimic or completely imitate somebody else.
Yeah.
And like kind of cause like havoc and whatever, and it's kind of like a detective season where like they're trying to figure out what's going on or something, or maybe like Body Snatcher kind of thing, where it's like people in the what's the town being replaced by
yeah, that I could see. That we can, they could do something with that. I mean, they're merging so much of our old '80s like pop movie.
Because the thing is, at this point, like I don't understand what like they would do like with the Demogorgon or Demi-Dogs or whatever. Like it's just like how to beat them, like bullets and flamethrowers and all that shit. Like at this point, they need to be prepared. And if they're not fucking prepared, then they deserve to die. I'm sorry. Like this town is fucking dumb as shit, or like the group, they're dumb. So I just think they need to have something else that is going to throw a wrench in their lives and stuff like that. But mostly I just don't want another season where it's like Will is missing, or I know they've said that that's not going to happen, where something bad's happening to Will and his mom is freaking out, and like I just don't need to hear Winona Ryder be like, "Well, I can't."
No, I agree.
Like the first season, okay, I totally get it, and the second season, it's like, okay, but like now, just like no, done with it. Like, sorry, lady, you need to be a better parent. I'm sorry.
She could die too.
She could. I don't think so actually, but she could. All right. I think anything else to add, guys, to the coming season? I think we're good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I'll be Mike will be over there watching it, so we'll be seeing it. So yeah. All right, that's gonna wrap up 452 of the Moviecast. Thanks for tuning in. Write us what you think. Podcast at allyoucangeek.net. You have a whole week to let us know what you think of Stranger Things season 3 coming up. Write us and let us know, because we will discuss it also if you have some questions or something for us on the next podcast. Follow us on Twitter, All You Can Geek, like us on Facebook, and hit that subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube. Thanks again. See you next week.